your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, today's video is also more about the news and views. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you friends. The fellow a part of this community. You guys have already voted for this week's roast of the week contenders, and the only types of people who won that was Tottenham Hotspur fans. So this Friday, be excited because Tottenham Hotspur fans in the evening video will definitely be roasted for you guys. Perfect. I think you guys definitely selected the right option because this is going to be a North London derby week. This Sunday at 10 p.m. According to the Indian Standard Time, Arsenal are going to face Tottenham, and we are definitely going to be excited because it's our North London derby, and most probably the one biggest. We always do this. We'll start the news straight away, and before me starting the video, I'll really like to remind you guys, please be a part of this community. If you're new to this channel, subscribe to the channel and be a part of this community. This is not a channel, this is a community where all the Arsenal fans can come in, post in their views, whatever they believe about Arsenal, whatever they believe about Arsenal going forward, because we are going to have a lot different more competitions. You guys can definitely talk about Emery's tactics. You can put your opinion. You'll definitely not be judged, and definitely you will not be criticized for your opinions. You guys can definitely tell whatever you want. I'll make sure that I will definitely reply you guys as well. So being a part of this community, very simple: subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we post a video on YouTube, and we come up daily. Yes, our stuffs about Arsenal come up daily, so you can be a part of this community by definitely subscribing and letting in all your comments, whatever you feel about Arsenal. Well, without any further ado, let's go on again. The road, just like in WWE, you see the road to WrestleMania. We have the road to the North London derby, the first North London derby of this season. Well, the first and important statistics about the North London derby: Arsenal have won 82. Yes, this game, which is going to happen this Sunday, is going to be the 199th fixture of Arsenal versus Tottenham, and Arsenal have won 82 games and losing 52 in the process, and 64 draws have been inflicted. So we're definitely very much away from this. The difference is really huge. But this is going to be the 199th game for Arsenal, and most importantly, the second fixture in the Premier League is going to be the 200th fixture where Arsenal will play Tottenham at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Obviously, we'd like to destroy them at their own home because Newcastle did it, so I think we can definitely do that. Well, not only this, let's move on with the next news of the day. The next news is very simple. BR Football have named their strongest Arsenal 11 of the 2007 and 2008 season. You guys can look at the image below. Yes, so this is what BR Football has chosen, and most importantly, don't forget, because there are certain important days coming for Arsenal and Arsenal fans. Number one, the first date that's coming is 30th September. 30th September is very much important for everyone. Why? Because 1 p.m. in British Standard Time, you can definitely see the UEFA Europa League draws being picked up for Arsenal on the 30th of August. But you can check all the UEFA's different websites for the live coverage. Definitely, you can definitely see that. And most importantly, for all of you who don't know, Arsenal are actually put in the pot 1 of the draw, and most importantly, you need to know who are actually there in the pot 1. Number 1, Seville. Number 2, Arsenal, FC Porto, Roma, Manchester United, Dynamo Kiev, Besiktas, FC Basel, Sporting, CSKA Moscow, Wolfsburg, VfL Wolfsburg, and SS Lazio. Well, these are the teams that are there in the pot 1. So you guys can definitely expect some really gem cracker of opponents. Well, obviously, I think we have finished 5th last season, so we'll definitely get one more tougher opponent. Not only from the same pot, but I think we're definitely, and even and also Wolves can also qualify if they win today. They are already 3-2 in the lead, so the second leg takes place today. So I think if Wolves can, then definitely they've been working hard for the qualification, the UEFA Europa League. They want that European Championships, European qualification. They're working really hard for it. Well, not only this, let's move on to the next news of the day. Happy birthday, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Well, congratulations on your birthday. I know no sooner than this, I think we all know how important you've been on the squad for Arsenal. Well, obviously playing out of position and definitely shining in one of the most important games, the opening game. I think Ainsley is doing really good in his position, but we all expect somebody else to fulfill his position, and we want him to see in the midfield as well, because I think he could be a more lethal and potent option in the midfield as well. Let's move on to the next news. The most funniest news where we see reunion happening on September 23rd. Arsenal have drawn Nottingham Forest. Yes, Arsenal have drawn Nottingham Forest in their third round fixture in the Carabao Cup, and they are going to face nothing but Carl Jenkinson. Yes, Carl Jenkinson versus Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen, in the third round. And one of the comments I saw in one of the social media platforms when it was posted that Arsenal are going to play Nottingham Forest. So Arsenal are definitely going to win 1-0, and with Carl Jenkinson doing the own goal, obviously once a gunner is always a gunner, isn't it? That really cracked me up. But to be true and to be fair enough, I think I wish Jenko all the best. I think he's searching for a newer challenge where he'll get more and more minutes, and definitely I think he deserves to be where he is right now. And most importantly, it'll be really fun to see him play against Arsenal, and I just hope Arsenal can definitely field a very good team, a very potent team, and win the game. That's what I want. But I really want to see Jenko play against Arsenal. It will be really exciting, isn't it? Well, let's talk about the next news of the day. Real Sociedad and Nacho Monreal. What is the stance? Obviously, Nacho Monreal is supposed to go to the Sociedad team, but the problem is that Unai Emery does not want him to leave before the North London derby. So, Real Sociedad wants to close the deal days before September 2nd. Well, that's really because I think 31st is the game, Arsenal versus Tottenham, and obviously after that game there are 2 days left. So most probably I believe that that is the deadline that Real Sociedad have kept. So I believe it's definitely going to be happening after the North London derby. So at least we have solidarity in the left back position up until the North London derby. Not only that, let's move on. Let's move on with the next very haunting news of the day. You all know Joachim Andersen. Well, obviously Arsenal were linked with that centre back from Sampdoria. Well, he was linked to Arsenal, but at the end of the day, he was signed by Lyon. Yes, Olympique Lyonnais definitely signed him. Why? The question is that he's now spoken out. Why it was him who selected? I think he said that there were many teams there were behind his signature, but he's actually given the reason why he chose Lyon. He said that I joined Lyon to play UCL. UEFA Champions League. He wanted to play UEFA Champions League. I think that's the biggest reason why the small town players who want to develop themselves definitely think UEFA Champions League as a bonus to sign for any club or for any new club. So that is what Arsenal were not offering in this season. So that's the reason why he did not sign with Arsenal. Well, let's hear out the exact excerpt what he actually said. He said there were good clubs, but Lyon was the best choice for me, and I wanted to develop as a player, play UEFA Champions League, be in a top team that fights for title, and Lyon was the best solution. So indirectly he's telling that Arsenal don't fight for title, and also he's saying that Arsenal is not a top team that he wants to be in. Definitely as a player he wants to develop, and that only way that he can develop is to play UEFA Champions League. That means he's a developed player for UEFA Europa League. He's a developed player for any cup competitions wherever he plays, especially in Italy. Even though that's the case, Sampdoria did not win anything in their last season. What does he try to say? That he's a complete player, and for him to develop now is only UEFA Champions League. And suppose if he's played UEFA Champions League for Lyon, if he takes them to the round of 16 or whatever, wherever they land, even if they go on to win, I don't give a damn. But suppose Joachim Andersen does that this season, probably he will not have any more motivation to play in the next season, because he would already have been developed as a player, isn't it? Well, as an Arsenal fan, this really mocks me. I believe he's just mocking with that reason. See, I understand for any player, it's always a bonus to play in the Champions League. It's a very good opportunity, and I really respect that for Joachim Andersen. It was a really good way to say that, yeah, he was pretty much sure that he wanted to play Champions League, and that's the reason why he chose Lyon. Yes, but that does not mean that the other teams are not good. You see, you were playing in the Serie A as a defender. It's a very challenging league for you. In the Liga 1, it's a different ball game altogether. You enter the Liga 1, you are fighting for the title. I'd really like to see how you fare against Paris Saint-Germain, and I really want to see, because I think this is like raising the chips a lot. But for that, I need to pay attention to you, which I believe is definitely should not be my job at all. At least after this statement, no. Well, only because I'm an Arsenal fan. That is the only reason why. That is the only reason what is actually stopping me from being nice to you. Let's talk about Anders Limpar, the ex-Arsenal player, has actually spoken something really tremendous and really big about Freddie Lundberg. Well, he's been friends with Freddie Lundberg, and on one of his programs for Swedish paper Aftonbladet, he's actually mentioned something. Well, during the last, I think 2 years ago, when Arsenal were playing AC Milan in the Europa League, Lundberg wanted, that's what he said, Freddie Lundberg wanted to manage Arsenal one day. Suddenly, out of the blue, Freddie Lundberg has said him that he wanted to manage Arsenal one day. He's really passionate about it, so much so that he's taken psychology lessons to help him understand the mindset of different players. That is dedication. I really love this thing about Freddie Lundberg. I did not know about it until I came across this article. This is so great to see that ex-Arsenal player, an invincible, is actually talking about these kind of things, and he's doing it because he wants to achieve that. And obviously, I think in contention in line, I think the next to Unai Emery, he is the assistant manager, and I believe he definitely deserves that, because to get the youngsters into the squad and being a part of the squad so well and gelling well with the other players as well, I think Freddie Lundberg definitely has a case for himself. Not only this, I think Limpar had more to say. He said that lots of fans want Mikel Arteta to become our next manager. The only reason why Unai Emery was chosen and not Mikel Arteta, because they believe that the Arsenal management believe that Mikel Arteta does not have the exact amount of how should I say this experience to tackle a bigger malaise that Arsenal are finding themselves in to be. But it was a whole different change. We all know that the whole management changed. Everything changed about Arsenal, and also they wanted to change the sick way of handling players, the sick way of handling contracts. So everything is actually being changed right now. So it will be really great. I think we want our management to be more success driven, so that our team automatically becomes success driven. But not only that, I think why Lundberg makes a case for himself, Limpar explains it beautifully further. He says that obviously, lots of fans want Mikel Arteta to become our next manager, but given Lundberg's success with under 23s, the youngsters, his history as an invincible, his desire to win, he loves his job and the club as well. So he should be the next manager. He has taken the right mindset to survive in the business. I personally believe that yes, Freddie Lundberg has not only just spoken, and he's not spoken it in open, he's spoken to one of his friends. And I also believe that you can see that the winning mentality in the way Freddie Lundberg took his youngsters as well. He is definitely there to bring out the beast from the Arsenal Academy players. I think I really agree to that fact. And if he brings that mindset to Arsenal one day, I think I really want to see that. Freddie Lundberg is definitely one of the greatest talent ever being attached to Arsenal as a player, and I really hope to see him as a manager in the near future as well, because he's been really great as far as the youngsters, their integration with the already champion players that we have in our squad. So I think I'm really excited if that happens one day. And obviously, if you have nowhere to be seen, but this channel will definitely provide you that news if one day that happens. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed whatever I had to put forward to you guys. I guess you guys definitely were entertained in the process, and most importantly, well, the North London Derby is really close, and make no mistake, today is Thursday and tomorrow is Friday, where we roast the Tottenham Hotspur fans. I'm definitely getting into the groove of really being ruthless this time. Well, I've been ruthless to Koscielny. I think I was decent enough ruthless for Mustafi, but definitely I won't spare the Spur fans. I'm gonna bang them left, right, center, every direction that is possible for me, every position, you name it, I'll definitely try to bang them up. Well, not only that, I'll definitely tell you guys, I think you guys definitely selected the right option, because this is North London Derby week. It will be great to smack the small fans at the roast of the week, and definitely on Sunday at the Emirates. So I'll see you in my next video. Cheers, and make no mistake, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we post a video on YouTube. Cheers.